Welcome back, my dear students. In previous video, we have seen the taxonomic categories, and in that we have seen the three different types of taxonomic category, which is species, genus, and family. We have seen that what is taxonomic category, then what is the difference between taxonomic category and taxon, or plurally it is called as taxa, how the classification is done, what is the taxonomic hierarchy or the levels of the different taxon. Then we have seen what is species. Okay, species, Ernst-Mayer's concept of biological species. Then we have seen the examples of different species. Okay, now we have also seen that species, which is the lowest or smallest taxonomic category. Then after that we have seen the genus. What is genus? That is the group of the species. Then we have seen the different examples. Then we have seen the family, which is a group of related genera. And moving forward in this lecture, we'll see the next higher taxonomic category, that is the order. Okay, so what is order then? Up till now we have seen genus, it is a group of species. Family, it is a group of genera. Then what is order? Order is the assemblage or group of families. Okay, as we go higher into taxonomical hierarchy, what happens here? Always remember that I have told you in last video also, as we go higher into the taxonomic hierarchy, the differences among the different individuals or organisms increases, whereas similarity decreases. When similarity increases, as we go from upside to the down, that is in the descending order. If we go in the descending order, what happens there? In descending order, you can say similarities increases and differences decreases. So what is order here? Order is the assemblage of the families, number of families which share certain fewer characteristics which are similar with one another. See, as we go upward, the character similarity become less and less, or the differences increases. But despite of that fact, certain or few characteristics they might be similar, and on the basis of that they are placed in their higher taxonomic category. For example, here in the case of families, different families like Convolvulaceae family and your Solanaceae family, these two families are placed in the order polynomials. Okay, so here this polynomials is your order which contains the family Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae based on certain characteristics. It might be the floral characteristics, that is the reproductive characteristics, or certain vegetative characteristics, and on the basis of that they are classified or they are grouped in this order. Likewise, if we see two families, that is the Felidae is the family of, you can say, cat, then tiger. Okay, so this family plus Canidae is the family of dog. So these two family are placed in you can say orders Carnivora. Okay, so that is what you can say order, where you can find the group of families, they are placed in the higher taxonomic category, that is the order. Then moving forward, we'll see what is class. So what is class? Class is the group of related orders. Okay, group of related orders. For example, here we can see the order Primata and order Carnivora. See, for example, Primata contains man, then dog, man, then your gorilla. Okay, gorilla, gibbons. Okay, so all these organisms are grouped in the order Primata, whereas this Carnivora is, we have seen that it contains cat, it contains tiger, cat, tiger, okay, then dog, okay. So this order contains these organisms, these two orders, that is Primata and Carnivora, is grouped in the one, you can say one class, that is the Mammalia. So what is the characteristic features of Mammalia? You can say the presence of hairs, body hairs, then presence of diaphragm is there, okay, presence of mammary gland, and similarities that are present in this order, that is Primata and Carnivora. There are certain similarity, no doubt. As we go higher, the similarity decreases, but despite of the fact, there are certain few similarities, and on the basis of that, they are grouped in their higher taxonomic category. Here, best example is given, that is the Primata and Carnivora. They are classified into the class Mammalia. Okay, so that is about the class. Moving forward, what is phylum? Okay, what is phylum? Phylum, this term is used in case of animals. Okay, always remember animals. And this division is used in terms of plants, in relation with the plants. Okay, phylum if it is in case of animals, and division in case of plants. So what is phylum or what is division? Okay, so here phylum or division is nothing but the assemblage of the classes. Okay, different classes, they share certain characteristics. Okay, certain characteristics are shared by different organisms of different classes, and based on that they are grouped in one phylum. Okay, for example, let us see the class fishes, or you can say Pisces, then amphibia, that is the amphibia, amphibians are present in amphibia. Reptilia contains reptiles like snake. Okay, amphibia contains your salamander, or you can say frog, these animals. Then birds, different birds and mammals. All these are the classes, and these classes are grouped in one phylum, that is the phylum Chordata. So what are these characters which are common in all these classes? For example, presence of notochord, dorsal tubular dorsal notochord. Okay, notochord is there. Here we are having vertebral column is a form of a notochord. It is a developed form. Or dorsal tubular neural system, dorsal hollow neural system is also there. Here we are having spinal cord in the vertebral column. So likewise, all these organisms have that dorsal notochord. So this presence of notochord is common to all these amphibia, mammalia, Pisces, that is fishes, birds and reptiles, and therefore because of this similarity in the character, they are placed in the you can say phylum Chordata. In case of plants, the class Dicotyledone, that contains two cotyledons. What do you mean by two cotyledons? When you see the seeds, let us take example of groundnut. If you break it, you will get two equal halves. Okay, two halves or two cotyledons are there. In case of maize, you will not find that. You will only find one cotyledon, means there is no any two cotyledon. So dicot plants with two cotyledons and monocot plants with one cotyledon. Okay, or even you can say another grains as an example of monocot, like rice is there, wheat is there. So all this belongs to the division monocotyledons. Okay, or monocotyledone. And the another is your leguminous plants like pea, pisum sativum, that is pea. Even your groundnut plant, your you can say mung beans, urad beans, all these belongs to Dicotyledone. These two are belong to the division Angiospermae. Okay, angiosperm or angiospermae. Likewise, there are different divisions like gymnosperms are there, pteridophytes are there. Okay, so angiosperm is the most advanced division, where what are these angiosperm? These are the flowering plants. Angiosperm means what? Flowering plants. Okay, so according to the similarities, they are placed, this dicot as well as this monocot, both the, you can say, classes are having flowering plants, and based on that, or even you can say another characteristic is angio means what? Vessel. Okay, so angiosperm contains, this is your, for your extra information, your vascular tissue is basically of two types, xylem and phloem. So in xylem there are four components: xylem with tracheids, vessel, xylem fiber and xylem parenchyma. Out of that, these vessels, okay, that vessels are exclusively present in angiosperms. Okay, angiosa meaning that is the vessel. Angiography, angioplasty is done in heart patient where the vessel blockage has been, blood vessel blockage has been removed. So angios means what? Vessel. So angiosperms are having vessels as a peculiar characteristics. So this both dicot and monocot are also having vessels in their xylem, and therefore they are grouped into division angiosperms. Okay, or angiosperm. Finally, the kingdom is what? It is the largest or highest taxonomic category, and species is your lowest taxonomic category. What is kingdom? Kingdom is nothing but here number of phyla or division, they are grouped into one kingdom. For example, number of different animals belonging to different phyla, they are grouped in the kingdom, that is Animalia. Okay, whereas in case of plants also, they are classified as different divisions like angiosperm, gymnosperm, they are grouped in the kingdom Plantae. Even certain scientists have classified the taxonomic category into subcategories, like you are having suborders of family. Okay, even varieties, below species there are varieties, even series is some included somewhere. So for the classification purpose, it has been included. Classification is somewhat complex process. It is not very easy to classify the organisms, to classify based on the different characteristics. But as we go upward into taxonomic hierarchy, the differences always increases and similarities decreases. Here you have given one table where you have given the taxonomic classification of 4 different organisms which contains human being, that is man, then your flies there, house flies there, mango is there, and wheat is there. In next video we'll separately discuss that. Here that it will end our topic, that is the taxonomic categories. Okay, so I hope you understood all this video, and if you have come up to this point, my earnest request to all my dear students is please subscribe if you are not subscribed. If you like, then hit the like button, and most important thing is please share this video to the students who are preparing for 11th, 12th or even the NEET. Thank you for your patient listening. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, bye. Thank you very much.